Hello. This is I guess part two of my week four blog post. Oh, I just realized I didn't have my drawing. I'm back. I realized I didn't have my pottery, so this is my piece. I of course didn't have a shirt because I wasn't able to make it because as you know, I'm staying in the home of an artist and there are no ceramics for me to break, unfortunately. So originally my plan was to do this side, the front side, the side, and the side, and the bottom side. I did not do that. It would be hard. It would be hard, and I didn't feel like I would show much, so I only did this top, this like this view, and this view because I this view since I don't know really how to show depth. I don't This wouldn't end up being that interesting. And so yeah, so this is my drawing. um it's really funny. I was like, oh, I did such a good job, and then as soon as I showed it to the camera, I was like, oh, it looks like a third grader did it, but it's okay. um it it was a fairly straightforward process, and this is my other one. And see, I can't really show depth, which is, as soon as I drew this one, I was like, I don't think it makes sense for me to draw the other one. But yeah, it was a very interesting process. I had done a little bit of technical drawing before when I was like 12. Technically learned, so I basically measured in the way that I was taught. So I think I got my measurements and sort of like scaling fairly good. But one thing I noticed is I couldn't show color, and I feel like color is a very important part of this piece. And I was reading someone's blog post like maybe a week or two ago about like thinking about how, like, you know, the whole thing, like, oh, everyone thought the statues were white, but they were in color in Greece and all this other stuff. And I thought about like if this piece like became like some kind of like, you know, I don't know, monument of our time or something like that, about how much they would lose if all the color was gone, you know. Like, and so now I'm thinking like, okay, what do like what do we use from sort of drawings that don't have color like this, and also like maybe if we do replicas that don't have color. So yeah, that was my thought process. So like I said, I mean, the also the I don't know what to call this, I also did the I don't know, those swirly things, the markings that were really interesting. They were a little hard and easy to do. It's like straightforward, but it took me a little bit of time still. And of course I can't like replicate exactly sort of the depth and sort of bleeding. There's like, it's like, since it's like sort of like a bit like of a bleeding edge here. I tried to like do some shading, and it's okay. I don't know. I felt as if I did my best, but my best was not very good, and not for lack of effort, just because I don't have the skill. So I'd be interested to see like how a real illustrator would do something like this. That's not a shirt. Like, it's okay, it's a complete piece, but like structurally it's like, I guess, relatively simple. Like, how would they draw this, especially since, like, how do you show depth? You can't really show depth on a flat piece of paper. So yeah, that's sort of my experience with doing this drawing. um yeah, in that I don't feel like I did the best job, but because I don't have the skill, but I don't know how to do certain things, like show depth. Like, I would have loved to show like the fact that this is, I don't know, like, I don't know, not just on one plane. But I couldn't illustrate that. Now it's like I just have a fancy diamond. I don't know. But yeah, that's just my experience. Thank you.